Hi everyone, this is going to be a love reading for Cassie Randolph and Colton Underwood from The Bachelor, which I believe is season 23. So it hasn't yet been announced who was chosen or whether there was anything that happened at the end in terms of a proposal at the end of the series. However, I believe very strongly that it was Cassie that would have been chosen with the circumstances that I think have happened, and also there have been quite a few spoilers as well, that Colton essentially would have liked to propose to Cassie, but Cassie was not ready, and that they ended up dating. So there's those kinds of rumours, but I want to see what tarot is going to tell me through the messages and whether they are still together, because nothing is confirmed, nothing is out yet, because the series has not ended. It has not finished, but from what the spoilers say, apparently they could be dating, but I just want to see what tarot can tell us about their relationship, and if they are together, and if they are dating, then what is the potential for their relationship, and if it's going to last. So let's have a look. Let's see what tarot is going to tell us within this psychic reading. I'm going to use the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So let's see what's happening for Colton and Cassie. Straight away we have here the Ace of Wands, which is some form of an offer. It's more like a communication, it's action being taken, physical action also, if you know what I mean. So Ace of Wands, we have that here. We also have here the Four of Wands. Now Four of Cups. Now the Four of Cups is all about someone not being so, well, someone's not really responding to a offer of emotional love. So the cups in tarot are essentially filled with emotional energy and love, and this person here is clearly not really reacting to this cup that is being offered to them. So one person here is not really one person here just doesn't want, is not really paying attention to it, doesn't really want it, is ignoring it, doing their own thing, and essentially just looking at these other three cups and not really responding to this one that's being offered. So this essentially is showing that there is some form of attraction here. However, when it comes to that emotional energy, that emotional support, that emotional love, there is one person in this particular relationship that is backing away. So let's see what else we can see. They all just flipped over, but I'm only going to take the ones that came out. So you have, so one person here is offering their cup, is offering some form of communication, is essentially offering a lot in terms of energy and also emotional support, which is this cup that I saw here. Again, it's confirmed with the Ace of Cups that one person here is trying to offer absolutely everything, but the other person is not really responding to it, is not really sure, is just sort of wanting to do their own thing. So again, tarot has just confirmed that. We have here the Wheel of Fortune, which essentially means that there is a cycle that sort of needs to be ended in terms of something within the situation, and once this cycle apparently ends, which we're going to find out more about, that's when the wheel will turn and abundance will come in. So let's see what it is. Energetically, I'm feeling that perhaps it is in fact Colton Underwood that is perhaps more interested in the female energy than Cassie Randolph, which is very interesting because as soon as I just sort of was talking about Cassie, this card of the Eight of Cups came out. So again, cups are emotional energy, and it's also that maturity, I do feel like she is perhaps, I feel also within their relationship that someone eventually will walk away and will have a lot of self-discovery to do in terms of emotions. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Eight of Cups. I also feel in terms of energy that there's just this, it's just not balanced in that sense as well, because you go from the 4 to the 8. So while someone may have been thinking about it and not really responding to the offer, they will eventually, I feel, perhaps go their separate ways, especially with this card. I think someone's going to walk away. And I do think that Cassie has a lot to, from the messages coming through, I think she is more emotionally unstable in terms of not being as mature. But that emotional stability really does come with time, and it comes with experiences, it comes with healing, it comes with growth. So I do see that, because I did mention with this card self-discovery, so that is something that I feel both of them are going to do. I also do feel on many levels that Colton Underwood is also immature, and it's funny, just as I was saying that, the Page of Wands came out. The Page of Wands is quite an immature energy. It's one that is an action taker, so again you've got the Ace of Wands and you have the Page of Wands here, so you do have an immature energy within him as well. I do feel like he craves love, he really, really wants love, and he wants to find the right person, but there is also an immature side to him that can be based just on physical looks and physical attraction, which again tarot is stating. So we did, as I did mention right in the beginning, I mentioned physical traits, offering something more in the physical sense. He does have genuine love to give, but a lot of the time what he bases a relationship on can be just based on how someone is physically with them. And I'm not just talking about, you know, the whole virginity aspect. I'm actually talking about like kissing and touching, and that kind of stuff also counts as the physical sense. But Page of Wands is very, very immature, and well, immature in this particular spread, because they offer communication, they offer, you know, a spark, but in terms of actually being able to pick out a life partner, this is perhaps not the energy that he should be in. So, you know, a Page of Wands can offer an Ace of Cups, but it's based a lot on like physical looks and attraction, and not so much on sort of like the emotional investment. So that emotional investment comes from the physical sense, not necessarily the spiritual sense. I hope this is making sense to everyone, but I feel like the main reason they got attracted to each other was because of the physical sense. And I think when it comes to the emotions, they don't work, because both of them are in a sense immature in that sense, and not necessarily ready. I don't feel that they're ready for each other. Let's see what other cards come out. We have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is very interesting. This is all about clarity, wanting clarity, trying to seek out some form of clarity. So I feel like someone in this situation will want some form of clarity on this particular relationship. Also, the Queen of Swords is an expert at cutting people out that do not serve them. Now, there's no gender in tarot, so it could be a male or female energy, but one or the other is going to, I feel, cut the other person out based on something they may have found out, or a way that they feel. There is some form of a cut that is going to occur, even if they are still together. I see in the future, or it could have already happened, some form of a cut. I do strongly feel that they, after the TV show, that they did continue to date, but I feel like, especially with this middle ground energy, it hasn't worked. And I don't believe that it is going to work. And it's funny, just as I say it's not going to work, again, middle card, more cups. Now, the thing I want to say is, in tarot, we have cups that are positive cups also, like the Ace of Cups is a positive cup, Ten of Cups is positive, there's lots of cups that are positive. Two of Cups is the one about love. But here, the cups that we're seeing, especially in the middle, are all to do with walking away, unreciprocated love, wallowing, sorrow, sadness, kind of just not being able to understand a situation and being emotionally unfulfilled is what this is. But there is a 5 here, which means there is some form of a change that is going to happen. And like I mentioned with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like this cycle has to close out in order for both of them to receive their full abundance. I don't think that this situation is doing good for either of them. And just as I said that, I don't feel like this situation is doing good for either of them. I don't. I feel like they have to cut each other out of their lives in order to move forward, in order for the abundance to come in order for them to have this happiness, which is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is abundance, emotional abundance. It's about family, it's about relationships, it's the perfect scenario for themselves in order to really be fulfilled and to have what they want. However, I don't feel like they're going to find it together. I don't feel that they are ready to find it together. I think there's a lot of, they need to become more mature, they need to grow, they need to understand what it is that they want, they need to do a lot of self-discovery. I don't feel like they know each other, know themselves as much as they perhaps should in order for a relationship to really work. I feel like someone's going to cut someone out. There is going to be some walking away that is going to happen. Nothing in the sense of like just the physical really ends up working for the long term, and I don't see that is going to happen here. So I do see someone's going to cut someone out. It's going to be a challenging period of time, but that change will happen with the 5. It is going to go from them being together to them not being together. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's when they cut each other out with this Queen of Swords energy that essentially they will start to find abundance. They will do some self-discovery, they will find themselves, they will be more mature, and they will be able to find the 10 of Cups energy, where they are able to have really everything that they wanted, abundance, as I mentioned, with the Wheel of Fortune. So that is my reading on Cassie and Colton. I do believe that they probably did date after the show. However, even if they did propose or, whatever happened in the sense of them being together, I do not feel it is going to last for the long term. So, with that being said, I hope you guys like this particular reading. I'm really interested to see what happens with the Bachelor itself and, of course, their relationship. So let me know in the comment section below if you like this video or any other comments that you may have. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!